And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Terrapins will boot it away to start the game. And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Takes the handoff. It's Richardson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets a block. The ball pops out on the return. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's open. He's off to the races. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
With the run on 1st and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Got 5 on that last one now, 2nd and inches. Slams ahead. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He'll sneak it. Wedges, pushes, and he... for the touchdown.
Number 4 with the carry.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak.
Boise State, 0.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled.
1st and 10.
Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Little touch pass to the receiver. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The quick out. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know it sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made after the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Going up top on first down, using the quick game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He makes the connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
The Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll just down it right there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, being able to make in the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's cross. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Using his legs, it's Richardson. And a short gain here in the 1st quarter will come to a close.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Maryland 7, Boise State 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the tailback. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Looking to throw for it. A little screen to the running back. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Broncos! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it to the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's cross. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
3rd down coming.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the 1st.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Gain of 22.
And the Terrapins are marching down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Sometimes people say going on the road.
This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
He looks that one in nicely. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down pass defense.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Absolute shank. Missed it. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up. Boise State ready to send out that offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Runs through the tackle. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete to the left. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Broncos line it up with a first and goal. He's looking to throw. Snags it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boise State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. this is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That carry puts him over 2,500 yards for his career.
And it's been really fun to watch this guy's development in college football. He's gotten bigger, stronger, and faster in every game. He just seems to get a little bit better. That's a pretty nice milestone to hit.
The nice milestone, nice consistency, nice durability. It takes you being healthy, and this guy's really done a good job throughout his career being that lead guy and putting up numbers.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's looking to throw it. He's going up top. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And what an awesome response from the defense. You give up a huge play the play before, and what do you come back? You come back and you get pressure on the quarterback, and you get him on the ground before he can make another big play.
He'll pull it down and run. Finds a crease at the 20.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, it's loose. The defense pounced on that. Now they're headed the other way.
Nice heads-up play by the defense. After it got popped out.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Setting up the screen, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here.
14.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
To the air on first down. He's going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that, but you've got to key on him and at least have two people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got an open man. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches and the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Trying to find his man on first down. They're bringing heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Broncos will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's crossed. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now they regain the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And the pass hits, picked off. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Maryland! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
Boise State, 21.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going for it all. Snags it on the right. Off he goes. Inside the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 11 over Georgia State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker, you can tell, locked in on the quarterback, chases him down, gets to him, and not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle, gets him on the ground.
And they swarm him under.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Fakes the grab on the left. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Trying to get to him. Quick strike complete. Turns it on in midfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
3rd down play from the gun. He's right on target. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harper. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Terrapins trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Near the 3-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Maryland 31, Boise State 28.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to break the plane on 2nd and goal. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And tackled there by the defense.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
That makes the score Maryland 34, Boise State 28.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
This one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
At the 15. And your Boise State Broncos will take over 1st and 10.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Richardson. At the 45 on his way. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Boise State.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
34.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop in a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's crossed. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Gets it out fast. Across the 25, he's got room. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
This is a designed run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, Not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
He's looking for a man on second down. Touchdown, Terrapins! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the two-point conversion. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42, Boise State, 35.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
Boise State Broncos will take over. 1st and 10.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need... Oh, what a grab by the defense! He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
If you're the defensive coordinator, no time to worry about bust. You have to sell out to get the ball back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Maryland! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Akron is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 23 over the Sharks. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the... He lets it fly. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Now facing a 3rd and long. on the ground trying to pull the plug on this clock. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3.
Brings up 4th down.
The Terrapins line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable.
Going for the big play. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now